Welcome to my PowerShell lab at InfoLearn. So today in our lab, we try to do the practice about the regular expression. Please have a look on my last regular expression video where we have discussed about some regular expressions. I think we discussed about the character set. So today we try to do some more practice about the regular expression. So what we are going to learn, Regex, okay, that is the regular expression. So it is very important in the PowerShell programming and PowerShell scripting. So we try to learn about how to use this Regex in the PowerShell again. Okay, let's try to see. We have the one more important anchor. So we have some anchors. So in the PowerShell, we have some anchors. Anchors, if you remember last week, I think I used this. And today we can try this. So we are going to discuss this true anchor. So basically, this is the cap and this is the dollar symbol. So cap represent that actually, how to say, which start with any string. And this dollar show that end with, okay, that means the end of the string. So we try to discuss about this first, okay, in this lab, and we will see how we can do some more practice and more topics. Okay, now let's try to do these two important regex. So example, first of all, what you can write here, example, I like computer. So you have this input. So in this input, what you want to do, you want to, you know, uh, match what you want to match something. Example, in this example, I want to see a looks cap. So what I want to match I. So what is output is true. That means it is match. So that means my string start with the I, then it is okay. And you can also try to change a little bit. We like computer. In that case, we must give this input. Okay. And if I write here you, that means it is false. So it is not match with our target pattern. So this is my target pattern, and I can put in the beginning this cap, mean to say start with. I hope guys you can get this cap, or how to say string anchor, start of the string anchor. Okay, so similarly you can take any more example. Let's try to see one more example. Hello dear sir. So you have this pattern, input string, the whole line. So here what you can match here, so you can, example here, you want to search hello, but you are entering example in the beginning cap. So it should be true because your input is start with the hello word. Okay, so if you put it here example hi, so that means in your input there is no hi word, so it should be wrong. That means it is a false. So guys, basically this is our start of a string anchor cap, which will help us. Okay, now I try to use some more practice here. So what we can do here, so let's see, take one more example. When this cap meaning will be changed in character set, when we use a character set, then I think meaning will be changed. Let's see example, you have a and word. Okay, so this is your input. So you are going to match here. How we can match? We have a character set. I told you last week we discussed about this character set. Please go there and see the video that how we use the character set. Then the meaning has been changed. If you remember, example, then your strings are starting with example PRT. Okay, you can give any name up to you. And this is the first character. Okay, now what about the second character? And D? It should be the same. Now, so what will be the output here? True. Why? Because true, because it acts like a negation symbol. I told you, please see last week video. We use this type of stuff in the last lessons. So negation, because first character A is the opposite of the BRT. Okay, because what is the opposite of BRT? Here you see A, that means it is true. But if you knowingly can put example A, B, C, that means first character will be false. Can you see right now? So, for A it is good, for B and C it is opposite. So, okay, that means it gives you the false. So what happens here? You can also try with the one input here. It will also give you the false. That means except for this here. Right now, it is not accepting because in our input we have A. Okay, so already it is a negation symbol. Okay, so that means in this case it will work as a negation, opposite, I should say. So you can also take any other example here. Let's see, try to one more example. Book. So if you have a book here in input and what you want to do, and let's see, now here we have no any character set and we have no any, how to say, uh, range or somehow. So example, you want to search with B, it will be true. Second character, it will be again true. You see, so it will be true. So you can see it will go true. But now when you give the last character is P, that will make this expression false. Okay, so guys, this way you can try this cap or good anchor, which is important for that. Now let's try to take one more example. Let's see example here. We write a word LT here. Okay, so now what we can do here. So suppose we have a word LT and what we want to do, we want to print something which is and with. So now we have a example in the last what I have two character. So here what will be true? The output true. That means this symbol will help me to tell me that this is the last word, last string, we can say like this. So similarly, you can try with example, let's say XY, because I know in my input there is no XY, which is the last, that it will give me the false. Okay, so what is the meaning of this dollar? Dollar mean this is again a regular expression, but what is the name of it? That means end of the string anchor. Okay, end of the string anchor. You can take one more example. Let's see. So let's see here what we can write here. So we have this value into our input. So now what we want to do, we want to match with the AND word, example U. What will be the answer? Answer will be true because the last word is the U, which is same. And if I write me, then it will make the false statement. So dear guys, that means we can, if you want to match, which is AND with the specific word, then you should use what? Dollar. So I hope you can get it. So till now we discuss about the anchor. There are basically two anchor we study here. First anchor is, if you remember, this one, and second is dollar. Okay, start with the string and with the string. Now we have a something new word, that is the quantifier. Quantifier. So in the PowerShell, it is also important to note some quantifier. So quantifier example, star, mean to say it is not a actually multiply. Please try to see star, mean to say which will match 0 or more times. Okay, so if you want to make some more extension, you can use a plus. What does it mean? Plus mean to say match 1 or more times. Okay, and then you have a question mark. So that means match either 0 or 1. Okay, and then after we will have the this n. What does this mean? That means match exactly n times. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, up to you. And if you want to make more extension, example comma, that will makes more extension, example n plus plus, just like n plus plus in any language. So you can see, and you can also try to use this as well. What? N and m. That means it is a range. So start with the limit and go with the limit, end of the limit. So these are the guys quantifier, which is most important to learn in the PowerShell again, which help us in the scripting part. So let's try to see first how to say. We take the very good example again. We can write a PowerShell word, okay, because we're learning PowerShell. So what we want to do, we want to match with this. So in this my input, what I want to match, let's see, I want to match with p character. So you can see in my input p is only one time, so I am matching with p star. That means it should be match, check, that means it is true. So why? The definition of this star mean to say it will match 0 or more times. Okay, 0 or more times here. So let's see here what will we can do. Example, let's see, we can see here L. So please note L appears 2 times. That means it will be again true. Okay, but something is which is not in the input. Let's see, please see here in PowerShell, I try to put knowingly one word, one character which is not in the string, right? Example Z. So now what will be the output? True or false? True. Why? Because the definition of the star is 0 or more times match. Okay, so you can see here Z is not in the string. That means it will still give you the match because it is 0. Okay, so example, you can give one more. Okay, now it looks okay because we are overrule the definition of this p. That means it will give the false. So up to now it is good. Okay, because 0 is not there, Z is not there. That means a 0 time match. Now that means more than 0. Okay, that means 2 time we are finding. That means false. So guys, this will you can use it, the star. Okay, now let's try to use one more. There is one more. Okay, what we can do here, there is one more. I told you the plus. So how we can use the plus here? So let's see example Z plus. So what will happen here? So here I am looking for the Z, which is not in my input. So what will happen here? False. Because plus definition is it match not 0, 1 or more times. Okay, let's try to see example here, which is already example H. So now please try to see H is there already. Okay, that means it is a match. So if I will use H plus, that means it is true. But knowingly I am putting one more character X, which is not there. Now, what will be the answer? It should be the false. Why? Because it it is a completely strict. That means if X is not there, please give the false. But if you remember, if we use a star, it can give the true because it is a little bit lenient. Okay, so but if you write a 2 times X, that will give the false. So try to understand, this is a very important regex you can use for your task very easily. Okay guys, so now what we can do more here, let's try to see one more here. So let's see, you want to see find E. In your PowerShell string, you have E. So if you do plus, it will give the true. Okay, and if you put example, let's see U, false. Okay, so you can try with your input or your requirement very easily. Okay, now I try to use one more. That is the question mark. So where is the question mark? He's here in your keyboard. You can see this is very easily with the help of question mark. Again, the meaning of the question mark is match 0 or 1. So 0 or 1. So you can take example here. Let's try to see in this example O. So you are going to match O character in your input. So what will be the answer? True. Why? Because match one time. Okay. So that means match one time here. It is there. So what will happen if you will put something which is not there? Suppose X is not there. What will happen? True, because it is again not there, but it is a zero match. So it is a lenient here right now. Okay. So please try to understand zero acceptable right now. Okay. But it will be more critical or how to say strict if you will use such a thing two times because now it is overrule. Okay, this is overrule. So now it is come under the rule. It is okay. So that means you can try to use because match is more than one time. So we are trying to match two times, which is not acceptable. If you want to match with one time, it is acceptable, but two times it is not acceptable. That means so question mark is basically for match zero or one time. Okay, now let's try to do one more. Here what we can do, suppose we have a same input. What we want to use this bracket. So what is the bracket? This is a curly bracket here, and it can help us. This is n. You know, I told you n can be any value. Let's see one time. Okay, and now what you want to search? What you want to match? O. In your PowerShell input, you have a O character. It is comes, you see, only one time. That means it is true. Can you see right now? So I can match with my exact condition, not a condition actually, my own value. So let's see example L. So L, how many times it comes? Example one, right now it is true, but I can put two. Look here. So how many times L came into my PowerShell string? So true. But what will happen if I give three? False, because L is not three times. That's why it give me the message false. So guys, this is basically for our n type of a regular expression. So we can the syntax will be it match exactly n times. It match exactly n time. Okay, so you can use it. So let's try to use one more example here. So let's see this time what we can try to do example. We have E. Can you see right now? E is coming two times. So what will be the output now? False. For 2, it's true. Oh, no, it's not. Because why? Here, you see, we have E2. It's true. Yeah, right? That means E is coming PowerShell two times. That means it can give you the false here. What will happen if you write 1? It's okay. Okay, so please try to see in this way you can do the practice with your Regex. Okay, that one more I think in my list which I want to show you example here. Let's see. So what we can do, we have a one more is comma operator we can use. So let's try to see. So first of all, I want to show you. Let's see in our input. Let's see L. So L is right now how many times it came? Two times. So if I give 1, it will be true. If I give 2, it will be again true. But if I give 3, it will be false. So there is a more advancement of that. So what we can do, we can use comma. So same like any language, we have a plus plus operator. So we can write a 3 comma. So now it will make again the false here, right? So what we are going to match here? here we can see L 3 comma question mark here, and I think let's see, we can try to use here 2 here. Yes, it's now looks good. So what we can do here, I want to show you once more here 2. Okay, that means it is a acceptable right now. If we put here 3, okay, so now please see here. So it is not acceptable because it is crossing the limit. Now it is good. So if you can use 2 plus plus, mean to say 2 here, and it's nice. Now you can easily example here. You can also try to see. Let's see. You can put more changes. Try to add one more character. True. Okay. So now it is like a plus plus, right? Can you see? We can change it very easily. True. Okay. So guys, this is basically for increment. How to say matches n or more times, I should say. Specifically, this is the range. So, okay, I want to show you, take one more example here. So let's see, take one more example. PowerShell, right? So let's see, you want to see example W. W, if I write here, only one time I know in the string. So that is true. Now, what I can write here, example 2, it false. So what we can do here, we can write here 1 increment. So more W can be used. Okay, example here, W, 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 W. So it will give you the input as well. Try to see. That means it is match n or more times. So the last important is one more. So how we can give a range here? So example here. So range of the matching, example n to n. So here it can be n and also it can be n. So this is the last and this is the first range and last range. So what we can write here. So now you want to see, if you give 1, that means it is true. Okay, you can also give a range with the help of a comma. Example 3. So now it is true. So now what will happen? That means you can give the range as well. Okay, let's see. True. True. So 3 are okay. And now true. 4 and last 4. So basically what you can do, you can give a range, start from 1 and up to 3 you can try. Okay, so what will happen here? You can take any other example here. I want to show you example here. So you have this string again here, PowerShell. Okay. So now what we can match here again, give this bracket. Now what we can do here. So example, suppose you want to search L, and L is if you want to give example 1 comma 3. So what will happen? It will give you the true. Why? Because it is in the range LL. It is in the range 1 to 3. Okay. So now, so when it will be, suppose if there is, I try to make a wrong condition. So look here as such. So there is no LL, but I am putting the range. Then it is no more use. So can you see? It can match based on the range. Okay. So practically NM, that match between n and m times, n and m times nm simply. Okay, so if you write here again L, that means how many times we have L? 2 times. It is under the range. Then mean it is okay. So, okay, you can also try example L. Look, true. Okay, and maybe also here true. So it will be go long, right? So just like, you know, the same operator here. Okay, so practically you can see you can enhance this character, then it can be true. But if you reduced here the character here, then it will give the false. So, so guys, I hope you got this important regular expression. What we have discussed today, we have discussed about anchors, two important anchors. First is the cap, that is the start of the string. Second is the dollar. Okay, and that will basically help us to show the end of the string. And then we discuss about the important uh, quantifier. First we use the star, then we discuss about our plus, basically match one or more times. So then we discuss about the question mark, match 0 or 1 time. Then we discuss about the n, match exactly the n times. Then n comma, match n or more times. Then we saw the last one here, which is the nm, which basically the start and end. So you can also try to use this type of a regular expression in your practice. So if you have any question or query, please don't hesitate and write in the chat comment box, please. And please keep going the good practicing. And please don't forget to see the first video of the regular expression, where we use the some different example and we discuss about the character set. So thank you very much. See you in my next lab with some new topic. Bye.